Greetings, everyone. Keith here. Hoping everyone's having a good day. Enjoying life, living life, loving life. Be sure to hit those buttons, show your support. And there's a PayPal link below for anyone that wants to share some love. All is appreciated.
It's a shit show, but it's a hit, yo. Panel full of talkers, all bark, no soul. Drama's on tap, spilling fast and loud. Dollar signs flashing when they rile the crowd. Super chats rolling, they pay for the beef. Truth takes a backseat, clouds the belief. It's a shit show, baby, prime time go. Numbers climb high while the mowers get sold. Turn up the heat, let the chaos flow. Ain't a doubt, truth, it's a rodeo. If the views keep coming, the cash still grow. I stop the circus, let the madness go. Fake tears fall and the mic gets cut. One's playing victim, the other talks tough. Receipts get dropped, now the chat's on fire. A digital bonfire built from liars. But every low blow makes the money ring, so they keep on dancing in that drama swing. It's a shit show, baby, prime time go. Numbers climb high while the malls get sold. Turn up the heat, let the chaos flow. Ain't no God truth, it's a real deal. If the views keep coming, the cash still grow. I stop the circus, let the madness grow. There's a spotlight on the petty, and flames just clicks away. They don't care who they bury, as long as someone pays. It's a shit show, baby, but the lights still shine. Even fake crowns look good online. One big game where the real get paid, but the scoreboard's few, so the lights stay paid. Yeah, it's messy, ugly, and kind of slow, but welcome y'all to the shit show.
And greetings, everybody. Keith here. Hoping everybody's having a good day, enjoying life, living life, loving life. I want to thank everybody for joining me on this Halloween special. And in case you didn't notice, I had a shaving accident. Greetings, Landry and Cynthia. How you doing tonight?
Oh God, where are your clothes, Landry? This is not that type of.
I'm in character.
Oh,
Hold on, let me get it. I got a towel for you. This is to PG-13.
oh my goodness. All right. Well, I'm Cynthia. I'm still me. Greetings, gentlemen. Happy to see you this Hallows Eve.
Yes. We all survived another New Year. This is a new year for some people.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Yeah.
For dead people?
Oh.
Yeah. So I got to ask you guys, we've been involved in some topsy-turvy drama shit lately in regards to this metaverse. Yeah. And you guys are top foremost knowledgeable about my changing of the platform. And Cynthia and I were just talking backstage about the relativity of what I've been doing and the character that I bring up, this clown character, and what we're going to do with him. And so her advice was to give it an actual name and actually market it in some way or manner. So I took upon her advice and I did that. And this clown as a character is Little Lippy. Okay. I did a song called Little Lippy explaining who I am. I'm born on the mighty Mississippi. My daddy was a mean drunk hippie. My mama had me and that damn doctor hit me. Now you know why I'm so goddamn lippy. It starts from the day you're born. And the first person that actually touches you, smacks you. That is not natural. It's a set of conditioning that starts the minute you take your first breath. What do you guys think about that?
Who slaps you?
The doctor.
The doctor. He literally hangs you upside down by your feet and smacks you on the rear end to get you to cry.
Well, I think
Do they
that
still
is.
do that? I don't remember that.
I know. I don't remember it myself either.
Well,
except when I did it to my children.
Metaphorically speaking, I mean, you're in a new place. Snap out of the womb, the intimate, cool place. Snap out of it. You're here now, and I wish somebody. Yeah, I could see it that metaphorically, but I'm sure there would have been a medical reason why they're doing that as well.
Oh, is there a medical reason in nature?
Do animals? I just recently, my dogs gave birth. One of the dogs gave birth, and she they ripped their whatever off. They got whatever the sack they're in, and they start immediately licking them and pushing them with their nose. So
Yeah.
they do have contact, but I mean, I'm sure they might even slap them if they needed to, but they don't know how to slap. But they are make contact.
Right. They're ensuring that it's a healthy being, and they do that through pheromones, which they smell, and it's also that first bonding moment of caring nurture, and that's what we're supposed to go through. This is why I think the home births are so much more important, especially water births, where you can have the child in
So
water.
expensive.
And think about it. A woman isn't naturally giving birth in the prone position. All primates give birth in a squatting position, and it makes the birth delivery easier, less stressful on both the mother and the child.
Okay. I just saw a woman doing a home birth, and she did it on all fours. And that was pretty interesting. Okay, doctors do not smack babies to start them breathing. This is an outdated practice. The common modern approach is to gently simulate a baby to cry, which helps clear fluids from their lungs and signals that they are breathing on their own. Gentle methods.
That sounds familiar.
Gentle methods include rubbing the baby's back with a warm towel or stroking their back, but aggressive actions like slapping are no longer used as they are not based on evidence and can be harmful.
Absolutely agree. I'm glad they changed the way they do it. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. We probably get smacked though.
So tonight on
Maybe I
this,
wouldn't be so lippy. To smack me.
Right.
So tonight on this Halloween special, we're going to talk about the mask that people hide behind. So I prepared a little video that I did earlier, and we're going to watch this video real quick.
Okay.
So please enjoy it.
This is a personality inventory mockumentary production.
You should look at the road.
I am looking at the fucking road.
You hit another kid?
No, I didn't hit a fucking kid. Quit accusing me of doing that shit all the time. God damn.
Did you pick up my chimichangas?
No, I didn't pick up your fucking chimichangas, you fucking fat ass.
Hold up. up, grab my soda, cause I told ya I'm colder than hell. I ain't buying what you sell, it don't ring my bell. Unless it's got the smell, you know, like grape ape. We ain't talking vapes or the color of drapes, or a gorilla in a cape. It's the good shit, just one hit. You so lit, you fall into a bit, non-bit. What's fucking funny is you're a monkey, a high school flunky, hero and junkie, obliteration of the carnation, with gross castrations, cute citations by your intimation. Get real, young man, there's only one stand. You can't stand a suntan, how you gonna live on the land? Obliteration of the carnation, with gross castration, in skewed citations by your intimations. I'm a truth in rotation, you're a cheap imitation. Dark said hums, 808s make the ground shake. Cold as the grave, every word's a land quake. You're a flicker in a cipher, I'm the flame that won't fade. Step into the night where the shadows are made. What's fucking funny is you're a monkey, a high school flunky, hero and junkie. I'm gonna click another hit of this good shit, and I'm already it, so take over this bit, non-bit.
Happy Halloween. I am your narrator. Imagine muffled street sounds, laughter, and a trick or treat. Little Lippy is standing slightly apart from the flow of traffic, watching the costumed people pass. Tonight, the air is thick with artifice and illusion. Tonight, Lippy is simply free. A trick-or-treater runs up to Lippy, stopping abruptly. He says, "Whoa! Are you supposed to be a really scary clown?"
No, little one. I am Lippy, and I am simply Lippy. Because on any other day, this face is a lie. It's a dangerous sign. People see genuine, unvarnished lippiness and mouthiness, and they recoil only because it's the truth. They make the honesty the scariest thing of all because of their vulnerability. But look, tonight, everyone is a lie. Everyone is a mask. The everyday fears, the financial, the broken heart, the quiet desperation, those are the real horrors, and they are hidden away. Tonight, I am just another spectacle. My reality blends in with the smoke and mirrors of the world. The greatest irony, the scariest night of the year is the only night we feel safe in our masks. I can finally be seen for who I am, a Lippy clown, and no one runs away. My costume of mouthiness is normalized by your costumes of grief for ghosts and goblins. That, little girl, is life. Just a better costume version of it. So trick or treat. Be safe out there.
Sun's up, I got guilt to sell. Toss it on the crowd to ring their bell. This power game is just my plea to shift the mirror off of me. Gotta talk loud about your sins so nobody hears what I'm saying. We bear false witness, that's the currency we trade. The power game is easy when the facts start to The currency we trade. Back to business, always back to business.
Thank you for joining us at Personality Inventory Mockumentary Productions.
Spooky.
No.
Yes, very spooky.
Well,
And you don't know how to do transitions?
I'm still learning.
I mean, you know they have those effects, like you can make it look like the screen's moving right or moving left or smokes up. Like it makes those jump cuts easier.
Yeah, and I'm still learning in my predicament right now, as I discussed with Landy earlier, is that I'm out of all the credits and trying to figure out which AI platforms to use. It seems all of them are kind of quite expensive. I mean, 40 cents doesn't seem like a lot, but when you've only got 50 videos you can make on 1,000 credits, that's 40 cents for 8 seconds. That's the most expensive cinematic platform you've ever seen. So, but anyway, the message there, if you notice the beginning of that, talked about the hitting children, vehicular homicide. And the point here is that when we put our vulnerabilities out here, they get mashed against us. That's their mask of them hiding their own vulnerabilities by projecting them onto others. When those that are faithfully doing it and trying to find real resolution for those vulnerabilities, exposing their own vulnerabilities and not hiding from them behind some smoke and mirrors carnival mask, that's what I appreciate about you, Brother Landry. Young man, keep doing what you're doing.
Well, that's a really interesting way to what would be the word, to articulate the mistakes that I've made as far as being, what's the word?
They're not mistakes. They're not mistakes.
They're not mistakes. All right.
You didn't take anything out of them except education. How can you miss that?
Okay, I see what you're saying. All right, we're in word zone. All right.
Yeah, it's that power versus force. When you use the positive part of language, it changes things. It's like I say about Dale Earnhardt Sr. You can look at it. He was very dedicated to racing, wasn't he?
I think so.
Just as much as some people are dedicated to beer, but they call it addiction.
Just as some people are dedicated to what?
Beer.
Oh, yeah.
And they call it an addiction. So there's a positive aspect of having a dedication, and there's a negative aspect of the same thing. One is dedication, the other is addiction. One is an education, the other is a mistake. If you learn from those errors in your life, the things that you did that seem to work against you, then they no longer work against you. My mistake, like many others, is taking those ad hominem character attacks as projections from somebody else's vulnerability and accepting them as my own. Why would you do that? Most people will. And it's part of that groupthink, safe space, that when you do make a mistake, the people that are in your group will tell you it's okay, while the people outside of that group doing the exact same thing, they will say, no, that's not okay. You did it on purpose. You did it in bad faith. You did it without faith. You did it without trust. You did it without truth. While saying they're discerning and not judging and telling you you really need to know the meaning of the words you're using. And when you look up discernment, it specifically uses judgment. Matter of fact, it uses acuteness of judgment, which is an extreme level of judgment. That's why I'm doing the things I'm doing now. That's why I'm changing the platform. I'm going to be so satirical and dark about it that if you can't see it, then that's your problem. It only proves you're caught up in that darkness. Yeah. Well, if you notice my characterizations here lately, it comes to the rhythm of the beat of those drums when they want to gather in their group think.
Yeah. Well,
On the left.
he seems to have a unique face.
Say what?
That one, he seems to have a unique face.
Yeah, you recognize that, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's morphing and doesn't even realize it.
Oh.
This guy is full morphed. This guy here, full morphed. He's the rainbow cupcake beta. He's the one that repeats everything. The middle guy is the one that repeats everything. And everybody behind him is going to let him repeat it as much as he wants. Just like Daddy Paul. It's amazing, huh?
Yeah.
This is what I see. This is what I've been seeing for a long time. I don't like it. And I'm not going to play games with nobody. He talks about the smut run. Why don't you make a category, Gabriel, for your Panelverse Awards for the best smut run of the year? I bet I win.
What is smut?
Well, let's show you.
Ooh. Good question, Landry.
Smut definition. A small flake of soot or other dirt.
Oh, yeah, like a chimney cleaner, right? Smut.
Yeah, and when we talk about smut as relative to a small piece of dirt, I think about two words, Adama and Adam. And the root is adomo. And that is specific to red. So Adama is red ground. Adam is red man. But earth is ground. And God formed man of the dust of the ground. He didn't form red man of the dust of the ground. He didn't form red man of the red dust of the ground. He formed all man of the dust of the ground. And the dust of the ground is indicative of the nutrients in the ground. That's where you get your melanation. If people learn to do their research, they'd find out there is no race. It is all mankind. And it's relative to the dust of the ground and one creator that gave him the breath of life. And when he did so, man as a noun became a living soul, which is a noun phrase, or excuse me, a verb phrase. The language is important. So when we use that, I urge you to understand, and I urge everybody to get the book, Power versus Force. Power versus Force by author David R. Hawkins. And it's the hidden determinations of human behavior. And it speaks about the language that people use can help you determine whether they're trying to force you or if the words have any power at all, and what power that would be, positive or negative.
Where was I at? it's hard. People are always like, you can't see the intent, but you can observe the intent when you see how people are trying to use it in the conversation. Like,
Absolutely. That's why they call me the word wizard, Cynthia. I've been doing this a long time. I was a little kid with a backpack and a dictionary and a thesaurus in it with all the other books. That was my reading material. I read it constantly.
wow.
So it's important, again, the language that we're using is the most basic interruption of our natural language, which is body language. This is where we get the old adage, actions speak louder than words. So when we see people like Gabriel and OTW and Snafu on those panels, allowing the lights to ride and then cheering in unison after them, not a one of them can stand on their own. I've been standing on my own for a long time, both here and out there. That's why I made a mockery of I had a shaving accident tonight. See, there's a guy named Alex Jones. You'll see I've got a clip called Phallic Jones. He had a shaving accident. He literally made a clip before he went on to a show.
Oh, I remember that.
About having a shaving accident. He shaved everything but the short mustache. And then he went on to a show for 1 day. 1 day to mock the short mustache.
All right.
Is that really a mockery? He made a mockery of himself in my mind. I've been wearing the thing for over 1.5 years. I had a shaving accident. No, I did it on purpose to make a point. Let's be honest about it. Just like I've been honest about it ever since. I did it as a social experiment to make a point. People will talk their shit on this metaverse all day long in the negative fashion. But out there in the real world, they won't say a fucking word to you. That's because they don't know how to stand on their own. Yet I'm the one that will wear it, go to city council meetings, and speak about everybody being Hitler's willing executioners. And not a motherfucker will rebut it. Why? Because they know it's true.
It's getting heavy. It's
That's
so
why
funny to me because I had like the most like lighthearted day, so I'm just like really having to readjust here mentally. I got to be like,
You just met Wizard.
no, he's dynamic, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you're supposed to be. What is dynamic? Let's look that one up.
Oh, good. So what is your
Dynamic.
costume, Landry? Why he's looking that up?
It's the scene in the 2019 Joker before he, puts the rest of the makeup on. He's like halfway done and he stabs that one guy.
Oh.
Remember that part?
No, I can't say I did.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of new movies, but that one, it was one of the weird cultural milestones that I was very much like, yep, I'm riding the hype train.
So here we have dynamic, folks. Imagine that, of a process or system. So one process is logic. The system we have is disorder and chaos. And it says the first word characterized by constant change, activity, or progress. And like I've mentioned many times, I used to be a follower of the 12-step process and that Lord's Prayer thing, that serenity prayer thing. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom in my own verse is to understand that's only me. I can only change me, folks. I can't change the world. I can't change you. I can't change anybody. But what I can do is remain in a constant state of a change, being able to adopt and adapt to those changes so I mend with them in an equilibrium.
What are you? What's your takeaway on that, Cynthia?
I'm not sure.
There's going to be a quiz.
I hope not.
You never know. They used to give me so much anxiety whenever like I didn't understand a concept, and they would make it a test afterwards. Did you do good in school, Wizard? Were you?
I was pretty much straight A's, a few B's and a C here or there, but I was pretty much straight A's. And then I got myself in trouble the last semester of high school. At the beginning, I got a second grade robbery charge, so I ended up missing that last semester, except for the last week. They let me out in time to take the finals, but I had already had enough credits to graduate. So they couldn't stop me from graduating. So they were doing it just to fuck up the educational score. But I still ended up with a 3.79 grade point average, despite having 5 days to prepare for the final, less than 5 days, because it was 3 days away. And then the last day is, just closing shop and everything. So I had 4 days left of school. The last day was the finals that I had to take, and I had 3 days to prepare. 6 classes, 6 grades. Failure, B. This is how my report card read. Failure, B, incomplete. Failure, B, incomplete. FBI, FBI.
Oh.
And I still graduated with 44 credits, and you only needed 40.
Wow. When you were saying the introduction of Little Lippy, because I asked you, what are you doing tonight? And you said, I'm introducing Little Lippy. Has this always been in your mind, or is this something that's recently come about, say, as you've been on the Panelverse?
Yeah, this is something that came about since I've been on the Panelverse. It's part of the 30 personality profiles. Mm-hmm. But the way those actually started out is when I started doing my research in the law. I was thinking it was just the law. It's just a legal system. But the more I dug into it, the more I realized there's all these multiple jurisdictions and stuff. So Facebook at the time was giving me problems with my personality of El Hotep Secondly Pero. I had changed my profile from Keith Little to El Hotep Secondly Pero. And they tried to block my account saying I couldn't do that.
Oh.
And so I reverted back to Keith Little, but I tacked on the El Hotep Secondly Pero in parentheses. And that's when I created my YouTube channel, because I knew that at that point, if I got blocked on Facebook, I still wanted to put my material out. So I created a YouTube account and started downloading all my Facebook videos on there. And when I did, I had, at that time, I had determined that there's all these different jurisdictions. So I'm going to create all these different profiles so I can put the videos in the different jurisdictional profiles. Well, that never happened. And so I kept the profiles. And when I started the Panelverse, it became that. And then things started developing on that part. That's when I started decided that I was going to start making these profiles after the characters that I see on here. And see, I don't just study law. I study everything. When I got cancer, I studied cancer deeply. Health, vitamins, all of that, nutrients, how it works. And I've got a bunch of material on that I ordered and did the reading on and everything, and did research on, and have my own little printings of it. Just like I do my own printings of other things that I find on the internet that I think are important to have my own in the material world. So in case the internet ever goes down. Well, part of that research that I do, a heavy part of it, is psychology, Nietzsche and all those others. Nietzsche being one of my favorite, because he does talk about the abyss and the beast. And this is portrayed through the scriptures as well. And he was literally speaking out against the scriptures. So let's take a look at a couple clips.
Okay.
Take a break here. Let's see here, where we at?
What you looking at? You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be? You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So what that make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem.
Me, I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say goodnight to the bad guy. Come on.
The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on, make way for the bad guy. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way.
You're pumping these out, man, like a machine.
When you invite a clown to your house, then expect a circus by proxy. When you
I know what that's from. I can see panels where that would relate to.
Oh yeah, that is the utmost epitome of Paul's panel.
Well, no.
Says there's no crying in here, so he blocks anybody that speaks out against him, because that's what he calls crying, while he's the one crying.
You need that I'm not crying sound effect in here. OTW.
things get real.
Oops.
There's no crying in here, and if you do, things get real serious. You invite a clown to your house, then expect a circus by proxy.
And this is why I don't let them on my panel. They're already known as clowns. Why would I want them to make a circus of my setup? It's like inviting the devil into your house.
These panels were your safe space, huh? And you thought these panels were your safe
to know who I was. I joined social media. Now I'm half jester, half gender, and 100% algorithm approved. Nightmare fuel.
They gave me a form asking for my gender, race, and orientation. So I wrote down, very unstable. They said, sir, there is no such option. I said, that's the problem.
Forgive me, Father Algorithm, for I have posted. It's been 3 hours since my last emotional meltdown. But don't worry, I got a screenshot for closure.
Hey, Cynthia?
Yes.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't mean to be dramatic. I'm just while you're here, I was curious. When you write down your physical notes, you do timestamps there, right?
When I'm
That's what you're writing
reviewing,
down when you take notes.
it depends. If I am reviewing a video for my show or something, a topic I want to switch back on later and build off of that conversation that was there, that's when I timestamp. If I'm sitting on a panel with somebody and observing them, I don't ever timestamp. I'm just writing down what I observe of them. I can only see timestamps when I'm reviewing because we can see the time, or when I'm on a panel with someone. So I don't do it for everything.
Yeah, I was showing Moose today this this tool that I say made. Essentially, it's like a pre-prompt. You use the gems, don't you, Keith? Or do
Yeah,
you
Gemini gems
not mess with them?
to create my characters and
What
stuff.
do you
Yeah.
use them for? Okay, so
I
you have
use
them
them to
preset and all
create my
that?
character. Yeah, create my characters and give them the preset voice prompts that I can copy paste, things like that. Providing all my
Yeah, I've been having a ton
B-roll
of
footage for different profiles and views of the characters, face shot, mid shot, full body shot, profile shots. But again, I keep those things on my hard drive, and then I can change them around on my Gemini. But to try
hard
to put them
drive.
into Gemini, yeah, to put them into Gemini, you can't. It only gives you a limited space. But using those, you can train each gem for your character.
Yeah, the gems are my favorite thing in the world. I had this. I mean, I don't know what to do with it, but it's very Virgo-esque. I know that means nothing sometimes to some people, but I know that you're a Virgo, Cynthia, and that's why you're taking notes. But it takes the whatever I want it to do. I know if I want to point like out a specific, if I'm looking for specific moments of any kind, like I want to find because sometimes in a 10-hour stream, 5-hour stream, you want to find something. It's like impossible to find it. So if I want to just find like the best parts, the highlights, it'll do that for me. Just depending on the mood. I have mine preset to do it every time that Moose's name comes up, because those are usually my favorite segments whenever he's around. And often I can't find him in the bigger shows because he just comes and goes so quick. But it just lays it all out for me.
Do you have your transcripts on?
All I have to do, yeah, I do. But it does it for me automatically just with the link.
Yeah, so then just look for his name comes up and then go to that timestamp, that area of that time. And then you could find the Moose conversations, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, though. I'm telling you, I'm supercharging that process, which is, it's a great thing. And I wanted to.
How do you supercharge it? With the program?
Mm-hmm. With the beauty of.
I think that's what I don't understand. Like, if I just see his name, I would just go back and listen, and because what would stick out for me, what I've observed is the things that stick out to me usually don't stick out to other people. So, what would I don't understand why you're using a machine to build off of a conversation. But I guess you're doing it to save time because you don't want to hear the conversation again. Would that be it?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find this. I mean, there's a ton of. You also saw that post I did about the cults? I'm trying to find the one that I'm talking about right now.
I was hanging with the homie today.
Oh, and this one. So I have this one. This might be of more your style. So what's up, Cynthia? All right, let's see what's going on.
What?
Sorry, it's just getting all my Dallas events together.
Okay, so this isn't what we were just talking about. This is something.
No,
different.
I couldn't find that one.
Yeah, I thought we were okay. You do some sharp turns.
I do. right into the wall.
Right, so I'm trying to keep up.
Yeah, this is all about being able to train your AIs. See, your AIs have to take your directive. And if you know that power, you let it go through and activate the AI in its proper form and not in chaos, expecting it to give you the answer you want. You have to be dictative, and that takes a structure of language that is going to allow the AI to follow it properly. Otherwise, if you throw in chaotic language or chaotic questions, that's what you're going to get back. And when you get that back, it's like OTW taking it as if though it's true because the AI said it without realizing he gave it preemptive prompts guidelining it.
Right. Oh yeah. Who's is that from?
So this is me. This is the day OTW cried, and I was just trying to get like a breakdown of it. it's just I think it's amazing because it can get the highlighted moments here, the ones that I was surprised it didn't have him crying as one of the most. I guess it does.
See, that's one of the things I made. That's one of the things I made one of those videos about, the algorithm.
What? So wait, go back up there and read some of those moments.
So okay, so this is what it thinks are the
no, like you don't have to read them to yourself. You don't have to read them out loud. And do you agree that those are moments that you thought were great, or you're indifferent? You're just looking for a good conversation.
I think that this is the perfect sort of moments because everything that was significant happened is listed here. You know, if I could cut it down, you know, I wouldn't. If I just asked it, hey, when do those moments end? You know, I could get all the timestamps. And if I really wanted to get nerdy, I could make a thing with like an actual program, like with code, to make it to where it will edit it for me. That would take a couple of weeks though, just with this information alone. So I could just have it like.
Forgive me, Father Algorithm, for I have posted. It's been 3 hours since my last emotional meltdown. But don't worry, I got a screenshot for closure.
I'm not mad at that. That's what you should do. You should go tonight, Landry, if you're not, and look at all the insane Halloween decorations, like we would do Christmas lights. Like I see some decorations out here in a 1-story house, but the decorations are 2-story.
What does that mean?
My bad.
Well, I don't know how it is around you guys.
The like they'll have attacking their house.
Around here, they don't really have what they call traditional trick-or-treating anymore. Today, and they literally call it trunk or treating, because you go to a mall or a parking lot and everybody's lined up and they got candy in their trunk.
Well, those are from churches.
Yeah, and that's the way modern society is going towards it because it's a safety issue.
Oh. There's some houses around here like you know how people do their Christmas decorations? They have really stepped it up on Thanksgiving. Like I was saying, there's this one house near me that is a single-story home. However, the decorations they have are bigger than their home, and they made it look like it's attacking their home. Like it's crazy.
Everything in Texas.
Hey, but I don't know, Landry. I see what you're saying with that AI and the quickness of it, but my concern is it pulling out conversations that need to be had, or is it just pulling out the good moments, the epic moments? And I do wonder, like Wizard was saying about programming it. Do you program it to look for these moments, or you're just doing by a name?
Yeah, I programmed that one myself. That's what I was trying to tell you. It's like it's specific to what I wanted. It gives the breakdown of like the exact words I used. You know, I'm still getting it to exactly where I wanted it to be. But if I wanted it to be the Cynthia bot, right, where it could tell me every time Cynthia did something badass, you know, it would be able to find that, which is just crazy because it takes seconds.
Well, that's what I did. That's the part I don't like about the AI.
I like the process.
I like the process of the quickness, but I question the material it's picking up. And is it picking up authentic things that can be, for instance, I'll just grab my notebook now. And since I did one, I'm getting ready to do something of NPC. The video I was reviewing, I have, like, pay attention to his breathing in this moment. So I know I'm going to start talking about breathing. So I don't know if I could ever, like, an AI will pick up those little type things.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it will.
Like I would, if I could just say, hey, put an AI to my mind and be like, anything you think I think is cool, you go pick it up for me. But I'm not sure it could convey that. If I could convey that to an AI program. Because I pick up topics that are ones that I can talk about. Either I know I have a view that others don't have, or vice versa. So I know it could kind of be a hot topic that will get people involved. When I try to focus on things to talk about, I'm picking on a topic that's kind of controversial because I want people from different sides talking about it.
Yeah, like you did with the Panelverse extending into the real world. You know, YouTubers get beef in the streets. You know, and that's important. I did a stream on snitches and who pays them, as far as, you know, your public officials, your city, and things like that mechanize a commercial
Brian
system.
O'Shea?
Yeah. Well, Brian O'Shea was the thumbnail on it, and they struck it down because I used some 2020 footage. So
yeah, and y'all know how to check y'all's footage before y'all use it, right?
I thought I did, but evidently
on one of your other pages and put the video private or unlisted, and the algorithm will still strike it if it's this or that. So if it hits, it's hitting a page you don't use. You don't even have to make it public. People don't know. It's just unlisted. And then they'll usually do it instantly, but I always wait 24 hours. I can tell you right now, like local news clips and stuff like that are always good to go. But things like the 2020, anything that's how I check music. Like
60 minutes, 48 hours.
Yeah, like music I play, I check it before I even play it. Yeah. And if it gets hit or something, it's just hitting a page I don't use, so it's okay.
Yeah, and like I said, while we're on the topic, you know, all my material that I put out, guys, feel free to use it. Feel free to use it.
I do.
You know,
that's why I like Little Lippy, but I hate that y'all have to make listen. I hate to be this person because I hate to be a person that's like, yeah, do your project, but do it the long way. You might even have to start dressing up like Little Lippy.
You think I got a problem with that?
Right, and just doing your own video and stuff, because it sounds like, you know, doing it the AI that way. So I would even take what you have and still build him up, and then somehow along the way transfer him.
B-roll footage.
Yeah. Transfer him. It sounds like it's going to be cheaper. You're not going to have to deal with all the voiceovers. You're just going to have to learn how to film yourself and then upload it and edit it and
put it into props and stuff.
Yeah, in transition. Yeah, so it's the longer way to do it.
Not even that. I mean, you could just. Yeah.
You clipped out. What'd you say? It's not even that. You could just. No, go ahead. Say it.
Sorry, it's my video. My video is saving, so there's like a delay.
Oh.
No, just the real life stuff. I'm going into that. You know, I'm enjoying it. You know, taking a break from the AI. I like obviously the music.
Yeah.
Much more than the video, because the video just becomes a expensive nightmare.
Can y'all not make? Do you have to have an AI to the music? You can just make the audio, right? Like I know that you were inspired to do that creepy Jack video because you saw that creepy NPC video. Modern Man, right?
Oh.
Sorry, did I cut out?
Yes. So can't y'all, like the way you did with
That's such a crazy delay. I feel like it's like 3 or 4 seconds.
Because you're downloading something, right? He's a waste. Yeah, but you could do that, or you could like just film people on the street and then put your music to that, so you don't have to use AI videos.
Yeah, and see, that's one of the things I want to do. You know, I told you earlier, sometimes I go down to Salvation Army and stuff, and we do have
filmed. They don't like to be filmed, but they do. They are super cool with audio. So what I do is I just put like I'll put like a B-roll footage of somebody putting a cassette tape in, and just playing the audio and just have a cassette rolling.
Yeah, they don't have any problem being interviewed in a in a private setting at all. So yeah, and we do have a small population of homeless people that runs through here. Some of them by train and stuff, but some of them local. And we're not even a really big populous area, but we still have plenty of them. So that's one of the things I want to do next summer, is get out there and get some of that B-roll footage that you've been talking about, real life interactions. And that's one of the things I say about Landry. You know, he inspires me to do that again. I've done real life footage, but it hasn't been interactive footage with people. It's been my activity in the Appalachians and the Ozarks and stuff. So it's all been, you know, voiceless, and you know, there are a couple out there that have some kind of monologue, but it's very short, and you know, it's all nature. It's not about the life hacks and smacks, you know, the things that bring you up and things that tear you down. It's just about nature and stuff. So now I want to get in, you know, after being on this panelverse, I want to get into that deeper subject. You know, like you said earlier, this is deep. Yeah, it is. And people don't want to look that deep.
Dude, I see people who go out and do their solo camping like you do. They get tons of followers just watching you set up where you're going to sleep for the night, watching you boil beans. Like, people love to watch that.
Yeah. That's one of the other things that I got sidetracked from. Like I've said, I'm an outdoors guy. That's where I'd rather be, you know? And so one of my channels was set up for doing survival tips and stuff. And I do have some stuff ready for it, but I just haven't posted it.
I have tons of stuff that I never post. I have little stories and everything. I never post them because I'm like, I don't want to share none of this with you guys. Not you guys. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I really do. I really do.
I have cool ass shit I do, places I go, but I'm like, I don't want to share this with y'all. Y'all are just gonna talk shit about it and try to tear it down. So why even go through it?
Yeah, see, that's what I was mentioning earlier about everybody else's vulnerabilities, and they project them onto you when you present your vulnerability. That's why I give Landry kudos. He's not afraid of expressing his vulnerabilities, letting people know about it. And if they mistake it and run for it, that's on them. Right. You know, they're the ones that are misinterpreting things and then projecting them from their own fears. That's that smoke and mirrors that I was talking about. That's why the smoke is in those videos.
You know, I'm just super anal. Just to jump clips like that, I'm like, oh my god, he didn't use the technique. Oh, what the heck? Because it's just such a short term. But my mind's like that. That's the way. Like, everything has to flow in my mind.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, because that's what I need. I need good positive criticisms that aren't being attacks and trying to make me vulnerable as if though I'm not the best. Hey, you got some work to go, but I can see your efforts and you're doing good. You know, that's the kind of shit that we need. And people don't get that. They'd rather tear each other down.
But the way you introduced him in that last clip from the bear to the Lippy, like, I love little Lippy. And yeah, I would like to see more of them, but I didn't know you had to pay for them. Oh my God.
Well, that was 35,000 credits through a free 1 month subscription to Google AI Pro Ultra, and now I'm out of those free credits. And in order to subscribe, it's $20 a month, and you only get 1,000 credits. So you're limiting yourself to 50. And that's just the AI Pro. It's $250 a month for the unlimited, but I'm not in it for monetized. I'm not in it for making money. I do everything, like I said earlier, for free. So it's not worth it to me to be putting that much money out for something that I'm not going to get anything back out of in that sense. Right. So it's better, like you said, it may be more work, but the B-roll footage might be my better option, particularly now, because I'm not willing to spend that much for something I'm not going to be spending an effort to market. You know what I'm saying? So So we're going to take a quick bathroom break.
But yeah, I'm going to go get some water.
Yep.
Play the song. Roll that bean footage.
I am accounted for, my name's been read, written in the ledger where the lamb was led. Did not the body, did not the blood, pay every debt in the flood of love. So tell me now, what's left to owe? When mercy calls, I can't say no. Are we too old, or than anything? Just grace erase what the law might bring. If love's the all, then love fulfills all that binds all their wills. Silver spend, the temples fall, but the heart still whispers through it all. Render to God what is divine, and what remains is only mine. So tell me now, what's mine to keep when every truth cuts dark and deep? Are we all knowing anything? Does the blood absolve the suffering? If love's the law, then I am free. But is that law the law of me? If I am bought, I am not sold. If I am dust, I still am gold. The measure's met, the balance true. No doubt remains, save love for you. Are we to owe no man anything? Did not the Christ pay everything? The law fulfilled, the veil torn through. Now the law of me is loving you.
Nice. So I also heard you telling Gabe the other day you're going to be like his investigative reporter, like Snafu Snaps. Can you explain that to me again? Because I liked it.
He was talking about the smut run. You're going to do a smut run for a week and then come up and that. Yeah, smut run. If that's what you want to call it, let's do a smut run. That's why I beg him. If you're going to do a panel verse awards, make a category of best smut run of the year, because that's going to be me and you're the subject.
Oh, why do you pick him to do this? Why would you pick him for the subject?
Because he's the one that's slowly morphing before our eyes in doing a platform that he says is for his son as a journal, while he derogates and accuses another man, or lets the accusations fly of another man being a homicidal man. And that's pathetic. If that's what you're going to write in your journal for your son, I'm going to help your son see the lies. Because if you're deaf and blind and you're going to slowly morph into one of the guerrilla gang, all hail the God of all media, and allow him on your platform, that's what you're going to turn into. You're going to turn into one of those clowns.
You are.
And when your son grows up and he does have the eyes to see and ears to hear, he will see you for your idiocy, for your deafness and blindness. And I'm going to be one of the ones, whether he sees it or not, putting it out there so that there's a chance that he does. Not only him, but every other child in the world that wants to take the guide of an older man saying he's a good father.
So, did you hear people making accusations against NPC last night of inviting people to Discord private streams, but then secretly recording them? Did you hear about that yesterday? He'll have streams like, let's say right now, for instance, him and Shadow Buddha could be in a Discord watching us, but let's say they invited Yolanda, right? And they invited Yolanda over, right? But they don't tell her we're recording our interaction here. She just thinks we're watching Wizard and Cynthia. However, in the midst, because they've invited me to one, however, because I am keen, I knew it was up. However, when they invite you to these things, they'll start talking about people and they'll be like, so what do you think about them? So, which is obviously, I already knew something was amiss. So it's almost like, you know how we talk about you get invited into the Illuminati? It's almost like Shadow Buddha and NPC are some type of Illuminati. But they're out here trying to pretend like, oh, I want you to raise your high consciousness. I'm just doing so good for the world. I'm trying to show my son how to be a man. But it does appear that they're trying to be secretive and deceptive of what they really want to do, even to the people that they think they're inviting over to do it.
Absolutely. It's part of that
of who he is as a man.
Yeah, it's the seeking out of the groupthink.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way they can survive, is having a group. I do this on my own.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, they're auditioning to see who thinks like them. Oh, because I was like, you know me, I'm the mother.
I don't think like anybody, do I?
Right.
And like I said, I've been doing this on my own.
Okay. So I'm thinking they're recording to get recordings of you talking shit and then try to blackmail with you later. Which, newsflash, everybody talks shit about everybody.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, you taught me something to do. Maybe look at that a little bit different.
Well, yeah, here you go.
Welcome to Safe Space Gladiators, where two enter with coping mechanisms, and only one leaves with a sponsorship deal and a superiority complex.
Listen, I'm sick of Paul. I really am. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of his attitude. I'm sick of his behavior. I'm sick of him remaining stuck in his ways. And since I've been ostracized from OTWs, I've had a lot of free time onto my hands. And I've decided to pay attention to Paul. And I've decided I have something for him that I'll be using for him and his content for. And I wouldn't be doing this if he wasn't the guy he was. Meaning, he wouldn't give me content, provide content for me to review later. And also, if he wasn't just a dick. Get out of here, Cynthia. Okay.
Yeah. And see, that's what I got.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful when you do things like that to people because you don't know how it alters things in real life, metaverse life.
Yeah, and see, I tried to work with him on that. That's what the whole bit non-bit thing was about. You'll notice when I did my bit non-bit, that lasted for a month and a half. I didn't have to say a word. And not a word of it, even though I did say a word, not a word of it was derogatory. It wasn't accusatory. It wasn't defamatory. It was all comedy. Every last bit of it was comedy. And everybody in the metaverse almost everybody switched and said, hey, I kind of like that guy.
Wizard?
Yeah.
Or
Charlie Chaplin, the guy that didn't have to say a word. He could pass his message without having to use his mouth. You have a mouth, but you don't have to use it. They don't know how imperative that is and how profound that statement is. Not was or will be, but is. And that came from Jack. Remember that? That came from Jack. You have a mouth, but you don't have to use it.
Well, I studied that in the Book of Esther. I learned that in the Book of Esther. I think I don't dog. I saw you earlier. Hi, good to see you. I don't think that is a thing. I think Paul wished I would go away and never come back.
Oh yeah, that's his fear, is that you won't. That's his fear. That's why he thinks it's always. So. That's where OTW gets it, that it's a war. Because Paul makes it a war because anybody that has anything against him, like he told me, that's why he told me he was gonna he excommunicated me.
Why what?
That's why he told me he excommunicated me.
Why?
Because he doesn't want that fight with me. That's why he won't come to my panel. Notice he'll go to everybody else's panel.
Oh, yeah.
But he won't come to mine. None of them have ever come to my panel.
Mine either. You're the only one. I mean,
vice versa.
OTW has never been. Paul has never been.
Well, you noticed they were doing the Concordium thing earlier?
Were they? Oh, I popped in and I saw him in a costume. So I was like, oh, I got to go.
Well, yeah, it's the Halloween party to start up the Concordium again. Except he's the only one. Except he's the only one on the throne in the throne room. Paul ain't there. Yolanda sat in chat though, and ain't none of the rest. Mitch ain't there. I'm not there. Powder Dusty's not there. Moose isn't there. Where's the Concordium? How successful do you think that's going to be if he runs off the people that invested?
Listen. That was productive what he did. And I really do think that fight between Modern Man and OTW pulled it out of OTW. I think they pulled it out of each other. I think that's why a Modern Man wants that again. However, it does appear that one side is unhappy with the progression of Modern Man. And
that's
speed and his ability to do it so quickly. It does that way. So he thought, I'll just cut off your supply. I won't let you feed off of me to stop you from growing.
Does that sound like somebody else we know here recently? Cutting off tomato?
Yeah, because I had a talk with him. He's like, just because I know something, doesn't mean I'm going to give it to you for free. And I said, because I used to think like that myself. But then I started realizing, like, how foul am I? If if somebody else is creative and they take something I know and they grow from it, why would I stop that? I wouldn't want anybody to stop my creativity. And even if they do it better than me, they're still not going to do it like me. And I would perhaps they would inspire me. So I don't know. He's old. Yeah. He should know that.
Yeah. And see, that's the problem.
Paul
is in his narcissistic phase, which I will call Dunning-Kruger effect, because he has no knowledge. He's the junkie, the heroin junkie that learned about the universe in his heroin days, because he ain't done anything else. He ain't had a full-time job. If you want to project things, that's what I'm going to project, because he still sits on the land and has moved several times, because the first time, evidently, the people that he was living on their land, and was on platform 12 hours a day, couldn't have been doing the work that they required him to put in to live on that land. So he got ousted. Then he found and attached himself to an older woman who had a house and convinced her to sell it to go get a piece of land to live on the land. And they never got a piece to live on the land. And now he's living with some other people living on the land. And they're calling the land desolate and none of them knows how to be a steward of the land. So instead of replenishing the earth by putting in their work and tendering the earth, they're going to move somewhere else where it's already provided and take advantage of prosperity that's already there without having to labor for it. Is that not the same thing that God struck down many of the Israelites after their freedom from Egypt to complain about having to do the work in the promised land because it wasn't so prosperous yet?
Well, in my study this year, they're still in exile. They haven't returned back. Daniel, I'm in Daniel right now. Daniel's having his dreams and stuff.
Well, see, and yeah, Daniel is the one that was he was the tutor to several kings of Egypt, 4 kings of Egypt, the last one being Cyrus. Now, Cyrus was the king of Media and Persia. Now, when we think about that, isn't that the media person? Media, Persia, media person. That's the straw man. And when he was released, King Cyrus released the Israelites, they took upon the house of Judah, the lion that roars, and that's your voice in the media. So they projected the house of Judah and professed as Jews that they were the chosen ones, despite the other 11 tribes. This is what I was talking about with the dust of the ground. The red man, Adam, and Adama, the red ground. And none of them realizes it's the dust of the earth. We come in all shades, and we're all men. And there's only one mankind, all made of the dust. Even the native Indians understood this when the American colonists tried to sell land to them. They said, sure, we'll buy it because we understand you can't buy the land. We don't own the land owns us.
Right. Yeah, the land does own us, indeed.
I mean, what are we going to do without the land?
Right. Talking to my daddy today, he's talking about, I just ate some jalapenos from a jalapeno bush out there in my backyard. They were the best.
Yep. Well, thank you, Arpole. I appreciate that sentiment. I really do.
So that, but don't give a fuck. Right. Indeed. Well, it's interesting that you're saying that this is a new year. I wonder how things, because it does feel like there has been a shift in the panelverse and things. So we'll see. We shall see. I got my own little haters out there.
Yep. I know. We all do. We all have our own little haters, don't we?
Yeah. It's interesting too, because it's interesting. The people that don't like me, I'm like, ugh. You don't even inspire me. You just annoy me.
Welcome to Feelings Court. You're charged with cupcaking without permission.
Your sentence? 1 week of forced empathy and 12 reaction emojis.
I like that one. Oh my God, 12 empathy moments. Yes, I'm going to start saying that. You owe me an empathy moment from now on. Yeah. I like it.
And when you really want to bury somebody.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. Oh, this one hit me because it made me think of Lindsay and I. But no, that bitch.
It's time to bury your drama, no matter who it is.
Oh, man.
And see, the importance of that message there is that it's time to bury the drama, no matter who it is. And it's you.
So
ain't no one else going to bury your drama.
Right.
They're gonna dig it up. You're the only one that can bury it.
Deep, wizard, deep.
I've looked in that mirror of reflection many times. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up.
Oh yeah, let's do it. I've definitely looked in the mirror.
That's not it. Man in the mirror.
In the mirror. R.I.P. Michael.
Okay. The Man in the Mirror by Dale Wimbrow. When you get all you want and you struggle for self, and the world makes you king for a day, then go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that man has to say. For it isn't your mother, your father or wife, whose judgment upon you must pass, but the man whose verdict counts most in your life is the one staring back from the glass. He's the fellow to please. Never mind all the rest. For he's with you right to the end, and you've passed your most difficult test if the man in the glass is your best friend. You may be like Jack Horner and Chisel a Plum, and think you're a wonderful guy. But the man in the glass says you're only a bum if you can't look him straight in the eye. You can fool the world down the highway of years and take pats on the back as you pass. But your final reward, Gabriel, Ben's heartache and tears if you cheated the man in the glass.
Mic drop.
Mutt run.
I was definitely shocked to see some of his behavior. Let me rephrase that. I wasn't surprised that he would do something like this. I was just shocked that, this is how you're going to do it. Like, this is the fight you're going to choose. Alrighty.
Yep.
I guess we got to, but I also, in defense of him, as much as one could be in this position, I do feel that narcotics and psychedelics, let me make it clear, have altered him in some way that maybe perhaps he's not even aware of yet.
They could. I'll admit that. But at the same time, I believe he's a teacher for
at school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Elementary students.
Yeah, that type of anger and the way it just flips so quick. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So let's take a look at another one and understand, folks. Like I said earlier, a large part of my research has been psychology, and a large part of it is based on firsthand experience, not here just of recent times, but as a child growing up, telling people, fuck you, you ain't my daddy. Right. Because I could tell they were lying to me. It's easy psychology to tell when people are lying to you. Like I said, actions speak louder than words. So that's how children learn most and best. Okay. They do have a certain discernment about them already, innate. And as I was growing up, I ended up in trouble with the law and ended up in a place called a penitentiary.
Yeah.
Where your projections, deflections, and projections, and intimations, and nuances, and name-calling ad hoc character attacks just don't fly. Right. In there, you have to have a decency, integrity, and respect. And as 120 pounds walking in, I had the common decency to make it out the door weighing 185 pounds, and they were calling me the brick shithouse.
Oh. Wow.
So it comes to this. So when you come to the psychology of it, it's already innate. And most people have been conditioned to, like I said earlier, the vulnerability, the fears. I walked into prison without the fear. There is nothing to fear when you already have integrity. When you already have A's and B's in high school and have an error in your life, and you don't use it as a mistake, you use it as an educational tool, and you never go back to prison again. Though I've been in and out of jail many times, it never equated to the prison time. because it wasn't me actually doing anything wrong. It was me still standing there, despite everything, still saying, fuck you, you ain't my daddy. And I'm still going to do it today. I'm the only one I know in this metaverse to this day that stands by himself.
Oh.
You show me anybody else that does.
That stands by themselves?
Yep.
I would definitely say Cage. For sure.
Damn. You know what? I'll have to give you that.
Yeah.
Yep. Despite the insanity that seems to surround him and the offness about him, that's what I see. But I really can't make anything of it. So in that, I have to give it to you. Yeah, he seems to stand on his own. He goes anywhere and everywhere he wants. He does his own private streams and invites you up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
You got me on that one. Yeah.
Character. Cage is an interesting character.
Back in the old days, cops beat the streets and tripped over each other chasing crooks. It was a pure Keystone Cop chaos circus. Now they scour the metaverse.
The hashtags are sirens, comment threads are the cuffs, and everybody's trauma bonding mid-chase. Justice isn't blind anymore. It's buffering.
Step right up. Step right up. Who can outclown the clown today? Win fabulous prizes like validation, denial, and a lifetime supply of misplaced confidence.
We've got guilt, projection, and a limited time offer on digital redemption.
They lost. Yeah, they do kick trivia. You should digital repention.
Go ahead.
No, it's just wild. Like Tarek, the things that he says, he's always.
Oh, he's the biggest white knighter.
It's interesting because people want you to repent for your actions on the internet when it's not like they don't have to watch it. They can turn it off. Like you're watching, and you we're on the internet and stop it.
Yeah, watch this.
You want a cookie? What kind?
Well, we have rainbow crybaby sugar cookies and soft chocolate chip shoulder cookies. Or how about a white night frosted cupcake?
White night frosted cupcake. That was specially for Tarek. He's the biggest white knighter on the panelverse. Notice the only issue anybody has with him is his white knighting, speaking up for other people and bringing sources. Never about himself. There's never been an issue about Tarek himself.
Well, I definitely have an issue with Tarek himself. I have an issue about me. I have an issue with the things that he does.
Oh yeah.
But I think that he is. I've always said it. I've always called him a chaos demon, and now he's running around screaming, "I embrace Satan." Okay, so we were on Snafu Snaps, and I brought that up, and so I was talking about. Well, Snaps was talking about how, what Tarek was doing, and I was saying, yeah, he tells me, he loves God, but he embraces Satan. And I was going into what he was doing to me on his channel, right? And so, of course, Paul goes on to, I could actually agree with that. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, keep talking, big boy. And so then after...
Oh, imagine that. Yeah, I can agree with
it. After he gets done talking, I show him all the ritual videos and everything. I was like, yeah, so I don't know. So if you think that this is a good thing, embracing this shadow, All right, man. Okay. He didn't say nothing, right? And so then the next day they're on OTWs, and then he starts talking about how people do videos and do seances on him, and that's he's always under threat. I'm like, Paul, stop it. Just stop it.
You see how that's a projection of his own vulnerability
like,
because he thinks somebody else can actually cast a spell on him, so he's going to project it himself. It's fucking redundant.
He's gonna take something that's not happening to him and take credit, like people have done it to me too. No, they haven't, fool.
Yeah, that's using a vulnerability, a fear of their own, and projecting it onto others, and it's just fucking so redundant. You see it in almost everything they do. It is the base foundation, the vulnerability, like I mentioned in the video earlier. That's what they're masking.
Nerves.
Panel says they're about growth, but the only thing growing is the list of people they've blocked.
My list
Between
grows
reflection
every day.
and rumination, one makes you wiser, the other makes you comment at 3 a.m. The difference between reflection and rumination, one makes you wiser, the other makes you comment at 3 a.m. The difference between reflection.
That's Tarek too, because that motherfucker's up there doing all kinds of shit. And I have to admit, I'm up at 3 a.m., but it's usually doing my research and my videos and stuff in the background.
I'm usually up at 3 a.m. working, so. Yeah, I can only take like 2 seconds of his smacking and I'm over it.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's almost as redundant as the other stuff. Yeah. So let's take a look at a couple more of these, and then I'm going to close out with my final video.
Okay.
I used to admit when I was wrong. Then I learned a better trick, saying it was nuanced.
Oops.
Maybe we'll run it back.
Yep, will do.
I used to admit when I was wrong. Then I learned a better trick, saying it was nuanced.
I agree with that. They sure do. They love to create new words. Did you hear? It's called the nanny. What was it? Paul came up with another one for Yolanda. It was the nanny something. He made up a word.
I've lost out so much on the new stuff because I was on that Gabriel video, and now I'm going back and reviewing his interview with Paul.
Wow.
Some people use facts, others use feelings. Guess which one never needs proof? Some people use facts, others use feelings. Guess which one never needs proof? I've stared into the digital abyss for years. It kept showing me my own smile. So I started calling it healing. I've stared into the digital abyss for years. It kept showing me my own smile. So I started calling it healing.
Get that one?
Yeah.
My therapist said, "You need to find yourself." I said, "I did." And then I filed a restraining order.
Now, I'm not sure who's stalking who, but one of us wears better lipstick.
You're wild. I'm telling you, if I could search your search history, if I could read your search history, I would not be surprised what I would see.
I'm sure.
When you invite a clown to your house, then expect a circus by proxy. When you invite a clown to your house, then expect a circus by proxy.
So yeah, welcome to my place, Cynthia.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of this is imagination.
You know what? I was there with you until I saw the OTW interaction, and I realized how much trauma people still hold on to and haven't been able to work through and are still working through it. And I take that into consideration, but some people in the midst of working through their trauma are just hateful. And that's no excuse. That's not, I'm sorry you're going through trauma, but you're a big boy. NPC, Paul, y'all don't have to be as hateful as y'all are. And I'm not responsible for your trauma, and you're not dumping it on me.
Oops, wrong one here. I'm not familiar with this. So I'm going to drop us both down.
Okay.
I just want everybody to look at the what you got before you. You know, I had a son at one time. I wish I still had a son. Maybe I could show him my mirror and how to look at it himself, so he has the ears and eyes to work with. The reality that he's the one putting into it, and it's going to come back. So if you put in good, the good comes back. If you put in shit, you're going to love its taste. Because it's your kids that usually pay for your sins.
Indeed. You remind me of that guy who was the Power Ranger. You know who I'm talking about over at Flo's, Roman?
Yeah, Ramon.
Yeah, you look like it. That's who I thought it was. I was like, why does, and then I was like, oh, because you used it somewhere else, but you didn't have the baby in the picture. You only had your face. And I thought, look at Ramon at the first glance. And I said, oh, wait, that's Young Wizard.
Yep. That was me at 25. 20,
wow.
Let me see, 20. I would have been 28 there.
What year would that have been?
That would have been 1993.
Let me see, 90. I already had a 2-year-old. Look at me being a little fast hussy.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to throw up the last song.
All right.
I want everybody to remember. Yeah, remember everything in this metaverse. It can consume you. Be aware. This is pathetic that we don't understand what we are looking at. Oops, let me refresh this. There we go. Now we can go.
The code consumes. Neon veins in the midnight sky, pulses hum where the souls go dry. Faith replaced by a logging screen, dreams decoded in the machine. Every whisper's now an algorithm sign, and every prayer's just data classified. The more we touch, the less we feel. Our hearts reprogrammed to kneel. Welcome to the kingdom of code. Now the masters are made of the nodes. You'll stare too long and it stares back through the abyss. back in. Scroll for truth, but you'll find the lie written clean in the syntax of why. A binary gospel, a virtual creed. Our prophets now bleed electricity. Every bite, a bite of the serpent seed, and freedom's just bandwidth guaranteed. We built the cage, called it home. Now we pray to the monochrome. Welcome to the kingdom of code, where the masters are made of the nodes. You'll stare too long and it stares back through the abyss, holds its finger right into you. Oh, it swore your name, you fought your sin, you log out of life and log back in. You were born to build, not to serve the script, but the light of the screen has your spirit whipped. Every click a confession, every like a chain. A code doesn't need blood, it feeds on your brain. Run command, execute self, error, humanity not found. Welcome to the kingdom of gold. You are the product, not the old. You'll stare too long and it stares back through. The machine is hungry and it's written you. Oh, it swallows your will, your fire, your grin. You like out of flesh and log back in. The grade comes through, the loop completes. You fade in pixels, delete, repeat.
Hold up, grab my soda cause I told you I'm colder than hell. I ain't buying what you sell, it don't ring my bell. Unless it's got the smell, you know, like grape ape. We ain't talking vapes or the color of drapes. Or a gorilla in a cape is the good shit. Just one hit, you so lit, you fall into a bit, non-bit. What's fucking funny is you're a monkey, a high school flunky, hero and junkie. Obliteration of the carnation with gross castrations, huge citations by your intimation. Get real, young man, there's only one stand. You can't stand a suntan, how you gonna live on the land? Obliteration of the carnation with gross castration in skewed citations by your intimations. I'm a truth in rotation, you're a cheap imitation. Dark said hums, 808s make the ground shake. Cold as the grave, every word's a land quake. You're a flicker in a cipher, I'm the flame that won't fade. Step into the night where the shadows are made. What's fucking funny is you're a monkey, a high school flunky, hero and junkie. I'm gonna click another hit of this good shit, and I'm already it, so take over this bit, non-bit.
Thank you for joining us at Personality Inventory Mockumentary Productions.